It's always fun to come to events like Summer Game Fest and get your hands onto some of these big, huge AAA titles or games that you've been excited for years, or even world premiere events that happen at Summer Game Fest Live, and you get your hands on with them and play them, and you're like, oh my God, I was one of the first people to play this. That's cool, man. But what is really cool and really interesting is whenever you find games that are not even on your radar that change your ideology on gaming. While here at Summer Game Fest, I had the opportunity of sitting down with Klang Studios and talking about their upcoming title, Seed. What is Seed, though? Seed is a massive, always-on world where you collaborate or compete with others to grow societies from the ground up on a brand new planet. Guided with your characters called Seedlings, build communities, shape politics, and leave a legacy that lasts beyond a single session. In Seed, you belong to something bigger where every alliance, every conflict, and every decision changes the course of Avesta forever. I'm sure some of you are wondering, what is Avesta? In the 21st century, humanity left Earth to find a new home. The planet Avesta in the Tau Ceti system was chosen for its many similarities to Earth. On Avesta, you'll guide your seedling through this world full of other players' seedlings. From small social interactions to planet-wide policies and programs, the world of Seed is deep and limitless and full of life. So, as I said, this is pretty much what I have always wanted from a life simulation game, or The Sims, or Second Life. This game is groundbreaking. I know there are other people out there that have possibly already been playing this game in the early stages or the alpha, but guys, get this game on your radar. If you like simulation games, if you like something that is mind-blowing, that's going to change your mindset and perspective on video games, this is the game for you. You can build, you can start communities, you can start a cult. If you start a community with, say, you and 5 other friends, and you build that into a thriving community, invite other people to join your city or your section of this world in Avesta, the crazy thing is that there is communication that you can make from you to your seedling, and you can also create communication from your seedling to other seedlings that will dramatically change the world and change what these seedlings think about other people's seedlings. There's a mobile app for this game. So say I started playing this game, and I'm playing this game with a seedling named Celeb, and I'm playing this game with Jeffrey and Tim and Karen, and we start this world, we build it up, and we start doing farming and harvesting, and we get the materials that we need to build buildings and cities. As we build those cities and we create our community, I wanted to start a wood factory that processes wood, or processes, say I started a steel factory and I'm processing steel. I build that into what I do. I invite other people. We get more seedlings in our community, and those seedlings are working at my steel factory. They're getting money to build their own house and their own, life in the ecosystem that we are building. A lot of this material, too, is actually community created material. So it is community driven fully. So say I build my factory and half of the community in my town works at my steel factory, but then Jeffrey wants to start a steel factory as well. So he starts his own steel factory. Jeffrey's having a little bit of a problem getting workers or getting his production done or getting this or that. So say Jeffrey wants to throw a wrench into the economy, and the person that is controlling Jeffrey tells his seedling to go and communicate to one of the seedlings that work at my factory and say, go tell this seedling that you could make more money at my factory. Or go tell this seedling that Celeb, the only way he started that factory was by stealing money, and he is a horrible person, and he wet the bed or whatever. You can start rumors about other seedlings, and it changes their perspective and thought process on your seedling or on said seedling. So like if you wanted to poach workers from someone else's factory, you could plant the seed of deception into their head and say, hey, this guy's not the best dude, or hey, I heard he was a jerk, or hey, this or that or whatever, and it will change their conception. Or like you could just say, hey, come to my factory because I can pay you more than what's like if Jeffrey was like, I can pay you more than what Celeb is paying you. That seedling will make those decisions based on what he believes and what he hears. It's a AI system that they have set, and it's almost like a web that is built for each one of these seedlings. So say Celeb and Jeff were friends, and Celeb loved Jeff, and Celeb knows that Jeff likes pumpkin pie and he likes going fishing. So I take Jeff fishing, and then I take Jeff a pumpkin pie, or hey, let's go eat pumpkin pie. At the same exact time, though I love Jeff could have already had preconceived notions about me because either the way I treated him or what has been said to him by other seedlings about me, and it actually changes the scope of the game. You can have political systems in this game that say Celeb and Jeff were both running for office. You can actually set up political governmental systems and have political races. You could have all this stuff and actually like you could do things in this game that I never thought possible in live simulation games, because there's always like a code of conducts, or there is always this or that. This is like real world shit that I'm talking about, people, okay? It really broadened my mindset on what live simulation games should have actually been for the last 10 to 15 years. And Klang Studios, that's what they're trying to bring. They're trying to bring a live simulation game that is an actual live simulation game. A communication between the player and the controlled seedling is open constantly. While you're at work, say that you have just a regular job in the real world, and you go to work and you tell your seedling, Celeb, hey, I need you to go mine, or I need you to, I said mine, I need you to go get as much steel as you possibly can so we can get this project built, or we can get this house built, or we can do this or that. While I'm away from the game, I can, through a mobile app that they have for the game, I can text my seedling and say, hey, Celeb, how goes the gathering of this metal? And they will communicate back with me and say, I've only got about half of the metal collected, blah, 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 blah. And then I could text them and say, okay, do me a favor. If you can speed up, I'll try to increase your pay. Or real world conversations with in-game characters that not only are real world conversations, but have actual in-game changes depending on the decisions that you make, how you treat people in the game, will actually change depending on the decisions that you make and the choices that you make. It's one of the most mind-blowing experiences that I've ever seen. The gameplay is very fun, very fast-paced. There's a massive skill tree that you can actually upgrade for each one of the seedlings. There's XP that you can gain, of course. Moonday had actually showed me at one point in time, he's like, okay, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to harvest this tree. My skill set right now is good enough that I could go over here and I could chop this tree down and everything will be fine. But if I'm not very skilled in chopping trees and I go over here to chop this tree down, I could break my arm, or I could break my leg, or I could hurt myself somehow. And then guess what? I've got to go to the hospital, or I've got to get somebody to help me and get me healed. And I mean, it's real world gameplay. It's the true description of what a simulation, life simulation style game is. And as I joked with the studio yesterday while checking this game out, this is like a double-edged sword. Like this is like, if you get too involved in this, say goodbye to your real life, because this is a massively growing world that they're constantly updating, that they're constantly bringing out and about. They're doing all different types of things that have never been done in gaming, especially with this AI brain that the game has for each one of the characters. It will actually respond to you, and that character will treat you different depending on how you treat them, or what they know about you, or the rumors that have been spread about you, or the good that you've done. They'll give you more respect if you're constantly, doing good things for people, trying to help people. It's mind-boggling. I really mean that. And I hope you can tell by some of the gameplay that I'm showing right now, from their website and from their trailers, how massive this game is. If you are a simulation fan, this is a great type of, I feel like this is like therapy. Like this will actually, I think this could help people understand the world more. I think it could help people with social anxiety. I think it could help people understand decision-based problem solving. And also it can help people with the decisions that you make in your daily life. Depending on what you do in the game, it'll actually change the scope of the game. And I haven't seen a game like that actually shows true progression. That's what this game shows. It is a true progression life simulation game that is extremely in-depth, that really showcases what a real life simulator game should be. As I said, you could start communities with your friends. You can start townships. You can start governments. If you want to just get into Seed and you want to be, a convenience store worker, or you want to work at this factory and you just want to build a nice house, you can. Monday had actually told me while I was at the event, your characters can even die in the game. And he showed me one of the characters that he was checking out, and that character was actually the child of one of the first characters that he had started in that community that he was showcasing to us. I mean, that's crazy. He was like, it was sad. Like, there's like funeral processions that you can have, and eventually there's going to be more opportunities with that too. Like having big hospitals that if you wanted to be a nurse in the game, that you could be a nurse and like literally go about your day and your daily life of okay, well, I've got to go to the hospital and work, and that's what you're doing all day. And then you come back to your house and you check on your family or this or that or whatever. Like, it is I know it may seem simplistic in the sense that I'm describing it, but I really can't put it into words. We were actually laughing during my appointment yesterday because as a lot of you guys know, I'm never somebody that is left speechless. I'm usually very opinionated. But when you see this game and you talk to someone like Moonday that explains it to you in such a way, it really changed my perspectives on what I want from video games. I feel like I could use this video game to help introduce people that don't play video games, that have social anxiety, that have this and that could give them a testing ground for getting out of their bubble or better understanding local political climates or how the world works. Like, I would love for my kids to sit down and play a game like this, because it would make them better understand how life is. And I mean, I'm serious when I say it. And like, putting all of that aside, as a game, when we look at it as a game, this is like a content hub. If you're looking for a game that you want to pour time into and share with your fan base, and just, I mean, I'm thinking about streamers right now with this game. Like, starting a community with, you could start a community with like 6 to 10 streamers, and then with those streamers have their community bases, and then they are streaming this game every single day with how showcasing the progression that community would actually build, starting out in an area on this planet that has nothing, and then by a certain time frame, you have a city, everyone has houses, there's jobs, there's a job market, there's a local political governmental system. Like, it's nuts. And then, like, you can have people run for politics, you can have people do the most mundane of jobs, you can have people like Moonday had said, there's times that there has been times before in the past that somebody would like come to someone else's house and like steal something, and the option usually is just to like ban them from that world. But eventually they're going to have a system set up, like, if you go to someone else's house and steal something, then that community has the opportunity of putting you in jail and putting you on trial and doing this. I mean, it was nuts. It's nuts. I've never seen a game that is so expansive, that has blown my mind the way that it has. And I'm telling you guys, you've got to check it out. I know it's a really simplistic description of what this game is, but you've got to check this out. You've got to check out Klang Studio. You've got to check out Seed. You've got to see what I see in this game, because I really feel like this is the next generation of gaming. The fact that you can actually have a social life with your seedling, you can communicate with them outside of the game through a mobile app. You can check on their status from your phone and from your mobile device, and then go back and log on and actually see true progression that has happened. That is one of the things that I always had an issue with The Sims or Second Life or whatever. And I know I'm name dropping, but I'm just stating, like, when you go and you build a relationship with somebody in a life simulation style game, and then you see no progression from it, or nothing really changes outside of like, oh, they're pregnant, or oh, the house caught on fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is it, guys. This is true life simulation. If my seedling celeb his job is to work at a steel factory, or work here, or work at a gas station, or work at and that's another thing. They plan on bringing like vehicular travel and interconnecting the islands. So like, there's islands that are on this world. And each one of those lands are disconnected. But they're talking about, in the long run, like interconnecting these and making like this one world all interconnected, to where like seedlings from your server or your world can go over to and check out this other city that has other seedlings in it. Having a massively online community built that is actually progressively growing and showcasing like real world problems. And I feel like that's one thing that when I called my wife and talked to her about it, that's one thing that we even talked about is like, this could help people understand how to fix real world issues with social anxiety, with understanding political systems, with understanding life in general, and the like what it means to live and what you should focus on. And I mean, it's just crazy. It's mind boggling. I'm telling you, you really got to stop listening to me. Go over to their website, sign up for some of the beta that's possibly coming soon. I did not really talk to them about that much, but if there is more news that is shared on that, I am going to communicate with the studio about that and let you guys know. But dude, listen, check out Seed, man. I'm telling you right now, it is a massively expansive universe that is the epitome of what we have always wanted from a life simulation game. Please check back soon. I'll have more videos. There's certain things that are embargoed, so our content is going to be staggered over a certain amount of days. There's some things that we can't share until the end of the month, but when those embargoes go up and when we can share our impressions with hands-on, we will let you guys know. Please make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace out.